Let's see. Okay, so got that drama. Back to being triggered, like someone that you've been with has had insecurities, and they've had drama. Has that happened?
Someone that I've been with has had insecurities, and they've had
Just
yes.
jealousy and didn't handle something right or well, I should say.
Well, I mean, I'll be the first person to admit that I know I've not handled things right
Okay.
in these cases, and yes, everyone else has a few stumbles. And
So talk about you then. A time you did not handle it well.
Well, I mean, dealing with some of that drama I was talking about with, realizing that there's a major conflict in life goals, with between me and another partner, and
Specifically jealousy, though.
but jealousy.
Like, sticking with
Okay, sure.
something just triggered me, and
Well, I mean, okay, yeah. Again, it was with that partner. Again, she started dating somebody. She started dating a couple different people that she found on online, sites or whatever, and didn't really seem to want to tell me about. I mean, at least that's the way it played out in my brain. It's like, oh, you're not sharing. You just like normally be talking about all. She could talk for hours about what she did at work. Half the time, I care about as much as she probably cared about me talking about my work, which is not much probably, but whatever, that's what people, but like when it came to, so you're going out on a date with what's his face, next Tuesday, what are you guys planning on doing, or what did you do last Tuesday, and to me it felt hush hush, and that sends up
right,
triggers in my brain, like, is there something I don't know? what do am I not asking the question right? I mean, like,
right.
And honestly, it might have been that she was in the very beginning of dating some people, and it really was not that interesting of a date. Maybe they didn't do anything. Maybe they just sat.
Right.
I don't know. And
So you
in
went
a lot
to her
of cases,
and you said what?
I tried to. Ask what they were doing.
And then she said what?
It just, I felt like, she'd like say, oh yeah, we went here or there or whatever, but it was, and then I honestly don't, for whatever reason, it just turned into big fights about, and
I'm trying to get how it gets there. So someone else,
I know,
someone else is going through that, and would love to hear how that transitioned. Like, holy shit, that's what we do.
Gosh.
Also,
that's the difficult part, because again, and this doesn't have to do with Paul either. I think this is just this is about, and I've had this with other arguments with other partners too. When you get really emotionally, and jealousy can cause this, when you get really emotionally flooded, your brain just gets flooded with like emotions, like you feel confused and anxious and everything. It's hard to even remember it's hard to even remember what events actually took place in the course
right.
of the escalation from, hey, so what you doing with so and so, to oh my god, did you go to that restaurant where where we went before and you didn't,
right.
not that I need to be all up in their business, but I just feel
right.
like I wasn't included in part of their life anymore. Like,
did you feel
they
like
didn't really want to?
Yeah, you felt
share.
excluded, or something was being withheld.
Potentially, and again,
right.
That just becomes this self-fulfilling paranoia
right.
kind of process that is terrible.
right.
And I don't, it. But the thing is, it's good to realize if a relationship has gotten to that point, you're probably not going to salvage it anyway, because you're not trusting one another. It comes down to trust at that point, right?
Okay.
So, and pretty much all jealousies come down to a level of trust, and that's, when I've gotten into that second guessing thought process of what is my partner, really want out of this new relationship that they're exploring, or what are they, or if they're just like searching, if they're dating, if they're trying to find other, they're telling you, hey, I think it's time that I maybe like get out there and date other people too, you go through that process of like, well, why am I not good enough? And then those insecurities feed on the jealousies that when they do find somebody's like, oh, I'm not good enough, but this person, and you want to pick out, you want to find more information about that
Right.
situation